Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. 2 years and 2 months ago from the time of this recording, I placed my first Bitcoin trade, and that trade did phenomenally well. We got a 657% return, which equated to about £227,000. And since then, I've been asked to do another video, particularly with everything going on in the news right now with Elon Musk and Bitcoin and all of the markets going crazy, and a lot of people are looking to get involved with the cryptocurrencies, but they haven't got a clue what to do. So what I wanted to do in this video is take you through a process of start to finish, opening a brand new Coinbase account, opening a crypto wallet, verifying a payment method, actually funding the account and buying cryptocurrency, buying Bitcoin. And I'm going to take you through my whole process of doing that and my analysis of when to get in at the optimum time. And I'm going to take you through all of that. So by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Now, the last trade that I took was based on purely on technicals, and it was a trade that I had an objective to get in and get out of. I had a definitive price point that I wanted to exit the trade on. I came out of the trade after covering my position risk-free, riding that thing, and doing very, very well out of it, and took the profits where I said I was going to take them. In this one, it's more about having skin in the game, having some exposure to cryptocurrency, with the next 6 to 12 months looking promising from my own personal opinion and belief. So I want to have some skin in the game. So this is how I'm going to get in, and this is going to be a more buy and hold type scenario. So that's what I'm going to run you through in this video. As I said, there's lots of positive news around at the moment, with Elon Musk just announcing that he's put $1.5 billion worth of Tesla's money into Bitcoin, and they'll be accepting Bitcoin as payment on their cars. Also, there's rumors that Apple are going to follow suit, and I think many other CEOs of large corporations are going to follow suit, as well as hedge fund managers and institutions. I think you're going to get a lot from this video, but before we get stuck in, I do have to make a disclaimer, because none of this is financial advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not recommending that you buy Bitcoin in any way or any cryptocurrency. I'm just purely demonstrating how I do it. And from an educational standpoint, you can get an insight into what that looks like. You should never ever risk more money than you can afford to lose. What you're going to see in this video is me funding an account with what represents way under 1% of the total liquidity that I manage. And it's enough for me to have skin in the game. And if it goes up, great. But if it doesn't, if it's not going to be the end of the world at all for me, you must only make your own decisions and your own investments, and this is in no way a recommendation that you do the same. So with that out of the way, let's get stuck into it and start the process. All right, so this is the Coinbase homepage. As you can see on the homepage, it's got some of the prices of some of the most popular coins. And if you've got an account, you just click sign in. If not, you click get started. When you click get started, just enter your details. Choose a password, certify that you're 18 years and over. And if you're not, then you can't have an account. Tick the box, click create account. You'll have to read the privacy policy, and once you acknowledge that, you'll be asked if you want to stay up to date with personalized email updates. You can say yes or no. I'm going to say no. And then as expected, you just need to verify your email address to make sure that the email belongs to you so that you can open the account. So check your emails, go to your inbox, hit the verification button, check the junk mail as well. And if the email didn't arrive, you can click this button here. Okay, once you've verified your email address, you can come back and you have to put in your phone number. This is the two-step authentication. Hit the code that comes through to your dedicated phone number and hit submit. It will then ask you to select your citizenship. I'm from UK, submit. And then it'll ask you to verify your identity. So there's some extra details you need to put in here, like date of birth, your street address, what you're going to use it for, what your source of funds is, and your employment status. Okay, once you've done that, which isn't too strenuous, it's going to ask you how much crypto do you expect to trade per year and what industry do you work in. So the options has a drop down here. You don't have to put a specific amount. It will say under 1,000, between 1,000 and 10,000, 10,000, 99,000, or over 100,000. Let's just go for 10 to 99 because that's the broadest there. And what industry do you work in? I'm just going to put education and submit. All right, the next screen is going to ask you to verify your identity with a proof of identity via a document. So an official legal document such as a passport, driver's license, or national ID card. I'm just going to click on driver's license because that's what they recommend. It then asks if you want to do it via mobile camera, which is recommended. So let's go with that. Now what it does is it sends a link to your mobile phone so that you can click on the link, take a photo of your card, and then update it securely, upload that document copy securely. So I've got my driver's license here. We're just going to take a photo. We then have to take a photo of the back of the ID and hit complete verification. And this should change on the screen now. It says upload successful. Return to your computer and complete verification. So when we go back to the computer screen, as you can see, it is now verifying the driver's license. It's now verified and we're in. So that's part one of setting up your Coinbase account, and that's really just setting the account up. Now, in order to buy a cryptocurrency, we have to register a bank account with our Coinbase account, and in order to do that you have to make a small transaction, and I'll take you through that now. This process can take 1 to 3 business days, so if you are looking to get involved with cryptocurrency and you're looking to buy soon, you want to bear that in mind because this may take 1 to 3 business days to set up. So first of all, let's add a payment method. So when you click on add a payment method, you're presented with this. You can use a Swift account, a Euro bank account, a UK bank account, or you can use a credit debit card. I'm going to use a UK bank account. Okay, so we're going to type in the sort code number. Then we're going to type in the account number, click continue, verify the bank. So what it's asking us to do now is to send a payment of £2 into the following account. So we need to go into the bank and we need to make a payment. So we're going to type in the recipient name, which is CB Payments, comma, Limited. Always type it exactly how it's written on the screen. Account number is 000000114. So that's 6014, and then the sort code is 040610. What I'm doing here is essentially making a £2 payment from my bank account app on my phone to the bank account on Coinbase. Okay, so we're going to pay £2. The reference is going to be CBAG BPYY. Okay, that's the payment made from the banking app. Now all we have to do is go back to the screen on Coinbase and click I've sent it, and it will say we're waiting for your deposit. Once the deposit is received, your account will be verified in 1 to 3 business days, and we'll send you an email as soon as your account is verified. So now it's just a waiting game to wait until Coinbase have verified your payment. Now, whilst we're waiting for the bank verification to process, I want to just take a moment to mention the actual price of Bitcoin. We've just had an announcement that Elon Musk has put $1.5 billion into Bitcoin and will be accepting payment via Bitcoin on Tesla Motors. Following with Apple are going to follow suit, and I'd imagine that there's going to be many CEOs from big corporations who are going to follow suit. And on top of that, I think there's going to be many hedge fund managers that are going to be pushed into making more of this asset. And as a result, I think we're going to climb and climb and climb. But following the news that's just happened, I think we just hit an all-time high and we are slightly overinflated. I'm expecting a little decline here, a little pullback, maybe a 10% pullback. And what I'll be waiting for is a better price for entry, because I don't want to just enter now and go straight into a bit of a drawdown. So what I'm going to do is just bring up the trading view chart, and what levels I'll be looking at. You can see we've just skyrocketed here, and it's about 20 past 10 in the UK here. So we've got about an hour until the market changes over, and on the close of the daily candle, if we put in this doji here, which means indecision, there's a likeliness that we're going to halt at that level. We're going to see some resistance at that level and then see a little pullback, and I'll be looking for a pullback, not to bottom pick or anything like that, not to kind of really time the market, but I do want to get a better price. So I'll be looking for a pullback in tomorrow's session or maybe Thursday's session. We may get it first thing, we may not. we may have to wait, but the levels that I'm going to be looking at are the key levels between 43,000 and up here at 45,000. So if I just bring on this tool here, this is the level that I'm looking at for a pullback. And if we get a pullback down into that zone, as I say, I'm not going to be bottom picking. I'll be getting an entry at that level. So we're going to wait and see if we can get a better price. And this will have to wait till the morning because I'm off to bed. All right, guys, welcome back. It's the next day, obviously. Snowing hard out there, but got some nice sleep. Also in the night, got the bank account verified as well. But before we go back in, as I said, I just want to touch on kind of a follow-up from what I said about actually getting involved. I'm not trying to time the market or buy the low or anything like that. I'm not bottom picking here, but I do want to get a better price. And based on my own technical analysis, I believe that we are going to see a little bit of a dip. And I want to share that with you, just a little insight into what we're looking at that's come into kind of play since I spoke to you last night. So look, here's the hourly chart. And if you go and watch my video from way back in 2018, when I originally got into Bitcoin for the first time, where I had a different strategy, different motivation, and I was getting out at a set price, this was the compression setup that we were looking at. So we're now putting in another compression channel, which this market is absolutely riddled with. And what typically happens on these compression channels is there's a high probability of breaking to the upside, okay? But before we break to the upside, there's about a 50-50 chance that we could either go straight up or roll to the downside. And if we roll to the downside, we normally drop down around 20% of the flagpole, and that will put us nicely into this little zone here, which plays out into our analysis, where we can get involved. So I'm just monitoring closely of how price is reacting. Of course, if it looks like it's going to break to the upside straight away, we'll get in there. But if not, we're just going to see if we can get that rollover to the downside, that little 20% decline there. And as you can see, we've already declined about 5% today. But I'm looking for around 10% decline. If we get this rollover and this flag pattern plays out how it usually plays out, then we could be looking at a bit more of a deeper decline, which will get us a better price for entry, and then we'll get a nice price. And look, it's worth doing this because even if I get in £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 less, that's a big difference in the longer term. So I'll keep you updated, and it's looking like it's going to be either later tonight or tomorrow that we actually get involved with this, and then I'll run you through buying the actual coin. All right, guys, welcome back to the final piece of the video, where you can see we finally rolled into that key level I was looking for. We managed to get in at a better price after doing some calculations of the overall investment portfolio. We decided to go with £25,000 into cryptocurrency, into Bitcoin, same as we did last time, which is way under 1% of the entire liquidity that we're managing here. So it's going to be enough to have skin in the game. If it goes up, great. If it goes down, it's not the end of the world. But let's see what this looks like in terms of the Coinbase account. So you can see here in the Coinbase portfolio balance, very heavy on Bitcoin. We've got £24,732. That takes off the little fee that Coinbase charged us. And there's a little discrepancy here as well, because overnight people have been using the referral links. I've been updating Instagram, and we've been getting $10 here and there from people joining. But there it is. The majority of the portfolio or all of the portfolio here is Bitcoin. Hopefully you got an insight in how to buy Bitcoin start to finish. If you got value, let us know. Give us a thumbs up. But also, there's lots more to understand if you're going to be investing in cryptocurrency. Okay, there's going to be things like cold wallet, which will allow you to store your cryptocurrency offline to make it more secure. There's also key sharding, or Shamir's secret key, which is essentially a method of splitting your cryptocurrency into shards, and it renders it useless until they're all put together to form the original key, which makes it more secure as well. And that is way too broad a topic to cover in this video. This video was how to buy a Bitcoin from start to finish. Hopefully you now know. Hopefully you've gained some insights on some of the things to be aware of, some things that might set you back a bit of time, how long it takes, what information you need, so that you hit the ground running if this is something that you want to get into in the future. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you got value. Stick around for more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.